J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Another Friday Bus. Appreciate everybody for coming through. It seemed like during this little downtime where some of the shows that we normally talk about is not on, it seemed like it's a long time period. So I definitely came back, and I do have some other videos coming as well. So come back with the Friday Fuss, talk about some of the things that's been going on lately in the news. A couple of things like that Titanic, the Titan sub imploded. That was tripped out. Those people, come to find out, he had people working on that submarine for $15 an hour. They were interns. He was using a PlayStation 2 remote control type to control the vehicle, and those people unfortunately imploded from the pressures, and I'm sure that was just a horrible way to go, but it was in an instant, and it's tripped out that these people were spending all this money to go down. The amount of money they were spending, they could have just got something built better than what they were riding in. But unfortunately, those people are gone. So, and we almost lost Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber, because he was invited to go on there and didn't go. So that could have been a major loss for the world of YouTube had Mr. Beast been on that submersible when it imploded. So I know Mr. Beast is glad he didn't get his butt on that. So anyway, also another thing, we done found coke in the White House. That's why they call it the White House, baby. Got that coke in the White House, that cocaine. They done found cocaine in the White House. And then also Nelly sold half his music, and I'm going to talk about that as well as, of course, getting to the comments. But he sold half his music for $50 million. Was that a good idea? We'll get into that. So about that cocaine in the White House. Before I get to that, let me get to a couple of the comments and people up in the building. I appreciate y'all. Damian Kenny, what's up, my brother? The J1's in the building. Appreciate you. You say you got a friend named Ralph Lauren. I wish he was my friend. Neek XO, what's good? What's good? How you doing, Neek? Young Slim, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man? What's good with you? What's up with the sports world? You see Victor Wembanyama, his security guard done smacked Britney Spears. Oh, man. They didn't know who Britney was. Like, you're washed up. Back up. He don't want no old coochie. He only want white girls if they under the age of 21. He only 19. Anyway. You know, we'll see how it all happens. It turns out with this Britney Spears, but that was kind of funny. Yeah, so Neek XO, they invited Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast, he put it on Twitter that he was invited, but I know he's happy he didn't go. Now, it's interesting that another YouTuber did go. And I actually saw his video, and I've been trying to find the video again, and I cannot find it, and I don't remember his name. I will find it, but I don't know how I ended up coming across this video. I wasn't necessarily looking for this, but it's like an hour-long video, and it came out after that crash, and he's talking about the trip. He documents going there and in Canada, and then they had to go out to this other place. Then they get on the ship. Then they had to sail out to where the Titanic is and things. And then when they were out there, they experienced a setback. And so he wasn't able to go all the way down to the Titanic himself. And they only went a short depth. And it came back, and he had his camera, and he documented everything, but they didn't go that deep. And he came back up, and I know he is happy they had those setbacks and didn't go that deep, because boy, that could have been the last mission right then. So he got lucky. I'm about to end up finding his name. What's up, Rashonda? Melvin Anderson, what's up, man? I appreciate you. Halima, what's up, sis? How you doing? Appreciate you. They got that coke in the White House. Sounds like Hunter. That's what everybody say. Hunter said, man, I don't do no coke. I got that crack. I got that rock. I'm on that boy. What? Coke? Don't come at me like that. That was it rocked up. You know what I'm saying? You got that Nino Brown? All right, then. Don't come at me with that, man. I ain't got to use no coke. Like Whitney used to say, crack is whack, coke is whack. Give me that crack. That's what Hunter Biden said. Now, was it little pieces of crack that look like coke? That might be me. Guilty as charged. Okay, you got me. But as far as if you sure it was just pure coke, well, how pure? Because if it was real pure, let me get that number. You know what I'm saying? But, normally I get that, with that soda, with that Yola. You know what I mean? That was the excerpt for the testimony of Hunter Biden in the interview. That's funny. Yeah, that sub ride, 250,000. One of those guys on the sub was a billionaire. So as soon as I would have saw that half-ass machine with a PlayStation controller, I'd have been like, hold up. I can get something built better than this. What the hell is this? And they got bolted inside. So it was no escape hatch, no way to open or get out or do anything, because they were sealed in from the outside in. So the only way they'd be able to get out is if they got back to the surface. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And with it being carbon fiber instead of titanium, solid titanium, then this carbon fiber is strong, but because it's multiple pieces weaved together the way it is, if you're going into depths, crush depths, it's different. Different materials behave different under different pressures and situations. Carbon fiber is extremely great for vehicles, cars, and even aircraft. But then when you get underwater, that's almost like space. Maybe even just as difficult, if not more difficult. So those pressures and things, you can't really do that. But, it is what it is. Neek, you say that coke was found in the tourist area. All right, let's see. Young Slim, you said Dowmit is the channel you talking about. Let me see. Because, like I say, I came across that channel, and it wasn't a name I would probably even recognize if I saw it. Dow MYD. Yep, that's it. Yep, Young Slim, you're right. That is the video I'm talking about. I'm about to put the thing up here now. That's my guy Slim. That is it. You're right, man. This is the video. What kind of Dow MYD? Yep, that is the video. And That is the exact video I'm talking about. I'm about to put it on here as a link for people to see it in case they want to look it up. But what Slim is put on there, as soon as you type in Dow MYD, you will see it'll say submarine. I'm about to pull up this video so that you all can see exactly what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna talk about the little White House, the coke in the White House. All right, let's see. Yeah, he getting a lot of views off of this now. It just so happened, unfortunately, that you know, these people died, and what he was on was like the last mission that any of those people were alive on, which that's pretty tripped out. And had it gone right, he'd be dead, I believe. All right, here's the video clips of him. They showing like pictures with him with Stockton Rush, and then like he shows different pictures, video. That's them getting ready to leave in Canada. You know, he had his girlfriend with him too, but I don't think she got in there with him. They gave like cookies and like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something when they got inside the sub. This is a good video though. I recommend it. Of course, I ain't about to show the whole thing. It's about damn near close to 30 minutes, but it is interesting. One thing I'm gonna show is this part right here. You'll see them getting inside. So once they get inside of this damn thing, that's their only viewport, which looking back at it now, they said that that was only able to go down 4,000 feet, and the Titanic is almost 13,000 feet deep. So they put in that little hole, it's not able to go that deep. And they getting inside of this tube, just sitting in there. Look how they get screwed in like that. You know what? Let me the hell out of there. That right there would have been it for me. Seeing them squeeze me in. And then they just went in there underwater in this tube. And like this guy built this, he'd be like, oh yeah, this part's from Home Depot. Oh yeah, this right here is from this or that. You'd be like, oh no. You can see them underwater. It's interesting. Definitely a good video. Shout out to my man Slim for finding it. Because it is an interesting look. If you want to check it out on YouTube after this, I think that was a really good video. So appreciate you, Slim, for finding it. I did try to find it, and I could not find it. So good look. So, and Damian Kenny, this right here would have been another red flag for me, which is that they have everybody that rides in there sign all these waivers before the trip, which is saying that you will die, like it can result in death. And it says something like you could possibly result in death like 3 different times on the first page or something of that waiver. And so with that being said, like, wait a minute, hold up. And they did like 5 trips, but I think they only actually made it to the bottom once or twice. And 3 of the trips they didn't go right. It didn't go right. And if you look at that video that I just posted in here, I forgot, I'm gonna put the link up here. Here, I'll put the link and you all can check out his video. You'll see that it didn't even go right when he was there, which I wouldn't have jumped inside of there. They talking about, well, we had some setbacks, so we not gonna go as deep. I guess sometimes we have gotten comfortable in the world today of thinking that people know what they're doing, But some people still be not knowing what they doing and trying stuff out. And this dude was definitely trying stuff out. And if you think, oh, well, he got in it, so it must be safe. You don't know what somebody could be comfortable with putting their life on the line doing. See, so always remember that in life. One person may be comfortable driving 100 miles an hour with no seatbelts. The next person may be comfortable driving 10 miles an hour with no seatbelts. That's too much. So you never know what somebody may be willing to risk. Make sure you know who that is and who you riding with in the future and what you involved with, because what they may be willing to risk with their life or their freedom, you may not be willing to risk. And you think, well, they here with me or they next to me and this and that. Shoot, they may be next to you, but y'all may not be on the same plane and same level. They thought they riding with the owner of the company, this, that, and the other. They didn't know he broke the company up in so many pieces and all this stuff that he was willing, if he died, that, everybody was insulated from lawsuits and this and that. And he was willing to risk doing all this stuff to be some explorer. Well, you riding with Indiana Jones up in this piece. You better chill. So, Young Slim, you say, yeah, I've been on this Titan thing. That how I knew it. They made it 3 times in like 50 tries. You got on side of it. Are you saying that you've been on it as far as following it? That's what you mean. I know you're not saying that you got inside of it and rolled down to the deep. Way down in the jungle deep. Dolomite, signifying monkey, stepped on the lion feet. All right, let's talk about this Coke right quick, and then we're gonna talk about Nelly. So it says that in the White House, the lab test said that it definitely was that cocaine. For one, I guess somebody probably was going to take a little line in the White House and take a selfie like the first lines. And then they left their little package there and forgot. They're going to probably make everybody get their phones and see who got selfies and getting high. That's what it is, I bet you, because everybody want to be a selfie, millionaire, so to speak, or a celebrity, selfie celebrity. They didn't went and tried to take a selfie and getting high to show their friends. I be getting high in the West Wing. I got them wings, yeah. And then left it. Oops. It says prior field testing showed a positive result. And then they sent it for further testing. The Secret Service said that this is a big deal, huh? Who's getting high on the government's time? We want to know. America wants to know. I'm sure they coked up in there. Ain't no surprise. I don't think nobody in the black community is too surprised. To shoot, as much as they got to deal with, as hard as they work, and I'm sure they need a little extra boost to work 16-hour days. It says the substance was found near the ground floor entrance of the West Wing. So it could have been somebody that wanted to take a selfie that was on a tour. Dropped they stash. Damn it. I wanted to do a little blow while I was, on tour. Do a little blow while on tour. Take a little selfie, you know what I'm saying? Damn it. Plan didn't work. Say it was found where guests are asked to leave their cell phones before proceeding into the West Wing. Those tours typically only occur on weekends, so somebody had a little party dope and it got mixed in their pocket with their phone. And they said, oh shit, damn it. Not mine. I don't know whose that is. I don't know. I just had a cell phone. I wouldn't know who would do such a thing. Who, me? No. I was on tour. I wanted to see where 45 made all those great decisions. It says that it was in a small zipped bag. What else it was supposed to be in? A Walmart bag? What they thought it was in a dope bag. What they wanted it to be in? Glad bags. Anyway, I'm wondering if they will find out who this is. I think this is a bigger deal than it should be. And I also think that if we weren't in the age of social media, I don't even think this would have been a story. You guys, what do you know? What do you think? Let me know. Is this a real story? I don't think so. So what? Somebody has some coke in the visitors area at the White House, fell out their pocket. What they gonna do? Go on a nationwide manhunt? So I don't know. Damien Kemp was Tawik and Braden. Tawik, he was selling it out that coffee. One of the people that was drinking coffee, and the bottom fell out. I don't know. Melvin Anderson, do you a watch show of Good Times? What? Anyway. I still standing, you cockroaches. I still standing, you cockroaches. You want to play rough? Hold on. Let me get a little bit more, you little pussycat. Huh? You little cockroach. No, I think this ain't really a story. And if it wasn't in the age of social media, I don't even think it would have even made it to the news or any of that. So, anyway, last story that I'm going to talk about is about Nelly. Do you want to go and sell your bride to me? Do you want to sell all your songs to me? Now, Nelly, I will not say is broke. I won't say that. Where's my... hold on, I'm trying to pull up. But he sold half of his music catalog for $50 million. Now, for those that may not really know what that really means, is of course they know off top he sold his catalog and this and that and got 50 million, but that is your life's work as an artist, and you get residual income for that. Every time people play your music or it's in movies or whatever, and you're the owner of that music and that property, whatever that intellectual property is, you will get paid the rest of your life for that. And that's big for musicians, especially because music is always going in commercials and movies and people listening with streaming and things. And it can go for the next, 50 years or so or more. And that's money that will go to his family forever, residually. Just keep going and going and going. Now, of course, do we know how popular his music may be in the next 50 years, so to speak? No, we do not. So him selling half, that means that if he sold half of his music catalog for 50 million, it must be worth 100 million. Now he took out half of his money now, $50 million. Now you could say it was a bad deal in the sense that now he owns only half of his music. And maybe he'll lose in the long run if his music continues to be popular. But you can also think if he takes this $50 million and invest it properly and use it properly, he can also turn that into 100 million or more, or also into generational wealth where his family can benefit off of that the same way as benefiting off of owning his music catalog. And with that $50 million, you can diversify by real estate, by stocks and bonds and other companies, and probably come out better than if he only had his music. So I get it. A lot of people are selling their music. Lil Wayne sold his music for like 100 million, which I'm kind of surprised that Nelly got 50 million, whereas Lil Wayne recently only got 100 million. So I would have thought Lil Wayne's music was more popular than Nelly's. Nelly had 5 big hits to me. Now, I guess if we look at maybe what he produced and other things and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it's much bigger than a 5-hit, catalog. But I think Lil Wayne had at least a good 10 to 15 hits. I don't know. You all let me know in the comments below who had more hits, Nelly or Lil Wayne. I don't know. I thought it would be Lil Wayne. I actually like Nelly's music maybe a little more, or maybe it's a tie. I don't know. I like them both. But yeah, I think that was a smart deal if he uses the 50 million right. If he starts to continue to spend and act like he's, got it rich like that, then I think he in trouble. But if he invests and diversify and start partnering with brands and doing different things, I think he can be okay. And as it's saying, like I said, Nelly, by getting 50 million for 50%, I mean, it was worth 100 million, which is very shocking to me. I didn't know Nelly's catalog was worth 100 million. So I think he did a great job getting 50 million. I don't think he might have barely made. I think Nelly's net worth was $50 million before he sold this. So he doubled his net worth in a sense by selling that, because I think he was only worth about maybe 50 million before. And Nelly's 48 years old, which I didn't know Nelly was 48 years old. It was shocking to me when I learned that. I thought Nelly was a little younger than me, but not the case. And, when he sold this to a private equity firm called Harbor View Equity Partners, so they just buying up all kind of stuff. They bought up Latin superstar Luis Fonse's entire publishing catalog in January 22 for an undisclosed amount. And this Harbor View was founded by Cherise Clark Soares, an African-American woman born to Jamaican immigrants. She's raised $1 billion from Apollo Global Management to invest in music catalogs, especially those from Black and Latin artists. So this is a Black woman that put this group together and is buying all of these Black and Latin artist catalogs. And she, it says she was connected to Apollo through Reggie Love, who was a former advisor to Barack Obama and is now a senior advisor at Apollo. And it says that they ended up connecting and putting this together. And for the 50 million, it includes 8 albums and dozens of hit singles, including several that reached #1 on various charts. So what they bought was Hot in Here, Dilemma, a duet with Kelly Rowland, Country Grammar, Ride With Me, Just a Dream, and Over and Over with the country singer Tim McGraw. Yeah, that was peak #3. Reached #3. These, I told y'all he had about 5 good hits to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So I don't know. Anyway, I think that it's interesting that African American woman has put this together and has recognized the value in Black and Hispanic music. And unfortunately, it's probably undervalued. The effect that hip hop has had on the industry, and when you hear hip hop and Latin music in movies, it hits different. And I think that the value should be higher of these, items. But again, who am I, right? Damian Kinney, you say Nelly is securing his legacy, setting up his grandchildren and great grands. I think so, especially with that money. If he do it right, he'll be all right. You say he was the top selling artist of the 2000s decade. He had a good run in the early 2000s. He did. Those 5 or 6 hits were spread out though in that first 10 years. So he didn't have it all on like the first album or first 2 albums. And those are 5 big hits, like top 5 hits. A lot of people don't have one top 5 hit, let alone 5 or 6. So I give it to him. I just think Lil Wayne got more. And the reason I even brought them 2 up is because Lil Wayne just sold his catalog a year or 2 ago for like $100 million. And Nelly, by selling half for 50, is meaning that his other half is worth 50. So that's all I was thinking. Is I'm surprised they both have equally valuable catalogs. Lil Wayne cranked out way more music than Nelly too. How many albums did Lil Wayne crank out? I mean, he lived in the studio like Pac at one point. So yeah. Well, Damian Kinney, that's not actually true. Nelly was not the top selling artist of the 2000s decade, because I think you forgetting about somebody named Eminem. Eminem outsold Nelly. Eminem outsold all of them. And he was at the same time period. Now, Nelly was in the conversation. I'm not saying that Nelly didn't make no sales, but he wasn't number one. It was Eminem. Eminem sold over 250 million records in that time period. Nobody has sold more records than Eminem. The only person coming close is Drake in the rap game. Then nobody sold 250 million records. So, but he doing good. He all right. What's up, Monique? How you doing? It's been a minute. Definitely. Glad to see you. So, yeah. I got a couple things I'm going to show. Well, look like we may be not having a lot of time. But this right here, shout out to my girl, Barika, on Discord, shared this hilarious video of this preacher who been paying a woman for some loving on the side. Now, this preacher is also married, and he decided after everything was over that he didn't want to pay. And it's funny because the way things are nowadays, everybody puts everything on social media, and this was no different. And she put them on social media, and it was hilarious. Let me see. I saw that. And this man tried to run out like the headless horseman. Let's see.
Yeah, you going, Joe? You ain't.
Hold on. This man. Hold on. Don't look like I'm gonna be able to. Hold on. Let's see. It's kind of long anyway. There we go. Hold on. I might be able to. So I don't know what he could have did in this situation other than pay this woman, but he chose not to do that. He chose to he chose to get up out of there as if nobody would know what happened. So this man, I mean, what else could a guy do in a sense, but trying to cover up in your sport coat? The headless Homan, he ain't the headless horseman. He the headless Homan. The headless Homan try to run up out of here. I mean, this is just pure comedy. Another video, if y'all want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description, or rather in this comment section. This was funny. This dude tried to run, then he just gave up and just sat on the steps. I mean, Rev sleep around. That's just hilarious. Big Bird, Lil Rock in the building. What's up, Lil Rock, Arkansas? Shout out to you. Yeah, Rev run. That's Rev run. He tried to run. And I just skip a little bit of this, but you can see she's steadily all on him, talking about, no, you gonna pay me. He talking about, I didn't pay you so much. I should have got one for free. You gonna pay this bill. You gonna pay this bill. Ain't nothing free. This dude sitting here. Oh my goodness. Practice what you preach. Telling me this, telling me that. Practice what you preach. He just gave up and sat out on the steps. They ain't got nobody in his pocket. Talk about he ain't got nobody. She said, don't call me then. This ain't free. She should have known she's supposed to get that money first. She'd have gave it the goods. Now she ass out. Literally. It's too late. He didn't got his. Now you too busy trying to be the collection. You the collection plate. You passing that collection plate to the Reverend. It's too late. He tapped out. And he tapped that too. It's too late. It's over. Can't collect. She's supposed to collect before he got going. Pass that offering plate before you got started preaching. Oh God, oh God, oh God. You know what? My prayers wasn't answered, baby. I got to go. Catch you next time on the rebound. See you on the rebound, baby. All right, but say, Rev, this is your offering. I prayed for you. That's funny. Getting ready to wrap this up. I just wanted to make sure ain't nobody out there forgot that we coming back. There's still some things happening. I'm about to review The Shy next. Comes out in August, as well as Power Season 2, Book 4. That's going to be fire. I can't wait. And I've been doing a lot of other things behind the scenes. I got a new channel that I'm working on that's coming out. And I'm going to tell some people in the Discord a little bit more about that, as well as the members of the channel. I'm going to do another members live within the next day or so with some updates on what's been going on and what I've been doing. And I actually got, it may have seemed like it's not a lot going on, but I've been very busy doing a lot. And so definitely got a lot coming for everybody. So stay tuned. Before I go, I want to give a big shout out to my man, Ill Woods. Everybody keep him in your prayers. One of the brothers of the family here. And, he been going through tough time with his health. So everybody keep him in your prayers. Give a shout out to my man, Ill Woods. And, keep him in your prayers. We all stick together. And, you know, I want him to be all right. So definitely don't forget about my mans. All right. And everybody else, y'all be safe. And I will see y'all on the next one. I'm up out of here, everybody. Can't wait till you all see some of the things that I've been working on, and I finally get to bring it out. And with that being said, deuces, and I'm out.